This Women's Month, I also want to introduce you to a woman whose life has been making sure every child, no matter their background, has a place to belong and a chance to thrive. My dear friend joining us all the way from Melbourne, Australia. But she is South African through and through. Dr. Pearl Subban is an associate professor in the Faculty of Education at Monash University, specializing in inclusive education and differentiated instruction. Her research spans racial equity and strategies for accommodating diverse learners, aligning closely with the UN Sustainable Development Goals in quality education and social justice. Having grown up in apartheid South Africa, Pearl brings a deeply personal understanding to her work, championing inclusion and reimagining schools as spaces of belonging. With over 2 decades in education across both South Africa and Australia, Pearl has carried the lessons of her homeland into classrooms and communities around the world. It is my honor to welcome, as part of our People of Purpose talk show, Women's Month Goodwill Greeting, my dear friend and sister, Dr. Pearl Subban. Pearl, having grown up in apartheid South Africa and now championing equity in classrooms around the world, what does Women's Month mean to you? And how far do you feel we've come in truly honoring women's contributions to our democracy?
Let me start by saying Happy Women's Day to the women of South Africa. That's a very good question, Michelle. I think the day carries a great deal of history because when we think of women, we are reminded of the thousands who stood together against injustice, regardless of race group, and just demonstrated collective strength and collective action. So I think that takes a lot of courage. And I think it is a reminder to young people today, and it resonates with all the action that is happening in the world, around the world. Every ounce of progress in the world has always depended on women. And women who are willing to speak, women who are willing to educate as teachers, willing to lead. We have politicians. I heard this song by, I'm pretty sure you know this because it's from the 1980s, by the lead singer of Eurythmics, and I think it was Aretha Franklin or one of those, about sisters are doing it for themselves. It often reminds us that in the face of immense personal and social challenges, women succeed.
Yes.
And I think in South Africa, this is central to the story. Yeah.
Wonderful. Beautiful. That's a lovely message, Pearl. What do you believe South African women still need most, whether in their homes, communities, or the country at large?
I think, being an educator myself, I can't overlook that because I think educational labor is sometimes unseen. The labor that women undertake is often unseen. So, I think women who want to advance our societies in South Africa will have to advance the generation which is coming up, not just their own generations like us. So a mother helping her child with homework after a very long day, or even a grandmother passing on wisdom between the generations, or mentoring young women to continue their studies. All of this is recognizing the potential of women who are existing in society, but also those who are coming up. So I think as much as we celebrate Women's Day, we have to remind ourselves that a lot of work still remains. Education alone might not be enough. We have to continue working towards those spaces where women and girls are safe, where they are respected, and they are genuinely included in the societies in which we work. Many of them might have aspirations, ambition, which is so laudable and so commendable, but the gender inequities will permeate the society. But I think girls need to not be limited by those social circumstances and rise above that. Education still remains, in the words of Mandela, the idea that it is actually the most powerful means with which we can transform our society. So when we educate girls, when we empower girls, we are going far beyond individuals. We are touching families and communities, institutions, and even the future generation. So,
let's open the door for the girls.
let's open the door for the girls.
Do it. Come on, let's do it.